Hey guys, it's Amber. So, I know I said that this little guy spawned the other day, and I wasn't really 100% sure. I didn't concentrate on it very much because I wasn't 100% sure they were going to hatch. This was their first spawn for me, possibly ever, so sometimes that happens where they just eat them or don't hatch or whatever the case is. But I got home today and see if it'll focus. You can see those little tails hanging down. There they are. They hatched. There's quite a few, and there's Dad. He's taking care of them pretty well. And this is a Betta species Appy. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I apologize if I'm not. But he's doing a really good job. He's trying to keep all the little babies in check and up in the bubble nest. And I just wanted to give you a little quick update on them. So right now, after these guys hatch, they normally hatch in 24 to 48 hours. When they hatch, they hang head down or tail down like that, I should say. And some of them will fall down, and Dad will go pick them back up and put them back in the nest. And they'll stay like this for 24, 40 to 48 hours. They don't need to eat at this point. Dad can stay with them at this point. After they start free swimming on their own, like actually swimming horizontally themselves, I will remove Dad, just because he'll stress himself out trying to catch them and put them back up in the nest, and they don't really need to be. He could also start eating them. During this whole process, the male doesn't eat at all, so he'll be really hungry, so he might take a swing at him. You see him kind of bouncing around there. They'll do that. Some of them will fall down trying to swim. They must have hatched while I was at work today because they were not here this morning. They're fun, little popcorn. Anyways, so I will remove Dad. Mom has already been removed. And I will raise these guys probably in here since they're already in here. They're kind of hard to move otherwise. I had stopped hatching brine and such because I didn't think I needed to hatch it anymore right now. Surprise, I do. Thankfully, I just set up my hatchery for my brine again. Thankfully, I still had some vinegar eels in a culture that I had been maintaining, so I'll be using those as a first food for a little while until the brine starts hatching, and then I'll switch over to that. And they'll get brine shrimp, they'll get the vinegar eels, they'll get some of the first bite pellets. I would normally feed them some, oops, see him grab the baby, put it back. I'll normally feed them some microworms as well, but I don't have any anymore, so my fault, I let the cultures lapse. Sorry for the bad focus. Just trying to focus on all these tiny little things. Grab the baby, put it up. So I'll show you real quick how I culture the vinegar eels. Vinegar eels are a tiny little food that I keep in this little jug here. They do live in apple cider vinegar and water, dechlorinated water. And I'll throw a couple apple slices in there as a food to create bacteria, and they seem to do well. I've had this culture going without doing anything to it really for probably 6 months or so. It's been a while. I don't think you'll be able to really see them. It kind of looks like dust. Those bigger particles are apple particles, but they're very small. So what I'll do to harvest these guys is take a wine bottle, and this has been done on YouTube. This was not my idea or anything. I cannot remember the person I saw that was doing this, but I'll pour a little bit of this into the wine bottle up to about here. Then I'll take some filter floss and stuff it down the nozzle and leave a gap about yay big at the top. And what that'll do is the vinegar eels will need air, of course, so they'll swim up through the top, they'll swim through the filter floss, and the water, you'll put water up the top here, and they'll swim through the floss, and then they will populate up here in just the fresh water. So I just take a baster, and I take them out, I feed them, that way I don't have to worry about the vinegar, take a little bit of fresh aquarium water, and put it right back in that little slot. And I'll show you this once it's actually set up, but I haven't actually done that yet because I don't need to harvest them quite yet. After that, I will do the brine shrimp. And I have a very simple setup. This is just like a vase that I got somewhere, just a 2-liter bottle with the top cut, or bottom cut off, I suppose, an air line, and I bubble it at about that. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. There's about four half a teaspoon scoops of the brine cysts in there. I prefer to do a 48-hour hatch as opposed to a 24-hour hatch. They just seem to hatch better. And to harvest these guys, I will take the air off, let them settle at the bottom. Normally the unhatched cysts and the shells will float to the top. Brine will settle at the bottom or wherever the light is. I'll take a siphon and siphon down from the bottom up until I get to the shells and remove it into another cup. I will take it and put it through a screen and just give them a quick rinse. Some people don't do this, and that's perfectly fine too. I have the sieve to do it, so I'm going to go ahead and just do it that way. I put them back into fresh dechlorinated water, and then I'll feed them off that way. That way I don't have to worry about too much salt getting dosed over time or anything like that. Just the way I do it. Lots of other people do it other ways, but that's how I do it. And I just have like a little clamp light up there at LED, just to give them some light to hatch. So yeah, that's really all that I have going on right now. It was a quick video. I did water changes today. I'll just go by and show a few little guys. If you have my Instagram page or my Facebook page, or I just created a Twitter as well, you'll see a video that I posted on there, just a quick video, not long enough or anything to put on here, of my Turoccan Blues, my adults, spawning last night, which was really cool to watch. I haven't actually seen them wrapping and spawning and then picking up the eggs and everything, so it was really neat to watch. If you're interested in watching it, my Instagram and Facebook and Twitter will be in the description below. You're welcome to follow me on any of those. I would appreciate a like, a comment, a subscribe, any of that if you like the content. And I hope you guys have a great day, a great weekend if I don't make another video by then. Fester says hello. And I'll see you next time, guys.